Let's see here. Yeah. All right, I know what this looks like. I got my cup noodles. I got my drink. But I do have a reason for this. All right, so we're testing the. So I don't got no mics or anything. It's just through the air, the quiet room. And I was thinking about doing this as I was walking home. It's about 20-minute walk. But then it was really cold outside, and I was really hungry. So then I'll just do this. Because this is what always happens, right? I'll be thinking of all these ideas, but then when I get to the house, I don't want to, I just want to do shit. I'm home now. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I'm going to eat. Don't mind. So I'm testing this to see if, I really do think the mic makes a big difference, but it's a quiet room. It's 10 o'clock. I should be really quiet though. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm not sure. Sure. So I'm still thinking about what to put on this channel. Yo, I can't read the screen from over here. I can't see that shit. I'm gonna need like an iPad Pro or some shit because I can't see. Or I should try. Yeah, I could try that. Yeah, that's an idea. Let me get my other phone and watch my own stream so I could read the comments in real time. Yeah, that could be part of the test. Let me see if I can do that. All right. I'm coming over here, all over the screen. Yo, mother phone. Yes. All right, let's see if I can get on here. Doom, 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 doom. All right, how would I do that? I do not know. Let me think. If I come in, get the YouTube, but I'm already signed in on my own account. So what does that mean? Oh, all right, there it is, live. Hey, that's me. Look at that. That's awesome. Woo woo. All right, now how would I go about seeing the comments? All right. What up, Playboy? Yes, that will work. Look at that. We doing it. Wow, we could put that on. Watch the stream on other phone. Just pause so you don't hear. Yeah, look at. It's me watching me. All right, and I'm sorry I'm eating, but I'm hungry, and yeah. I'm gonna. That's weird though. I don't want to see myself. All right. So this was brought to you by Lipton's apple tea. When you're feeling fresh, drink fresh apple tea. One day people are gonna be like, what up, JP? JJP. Chillin'. One day someone's gonna want me to say their brand before I start my videos. All right. So I did have a point. I gotta get acclimated to this. All right. What's going on around? Yeah. I just came from the YouTube place, and I just recorded this dope ass beat making video, and the staff, this dude, the guy who works there, he was like super helpful setting up the camera. I think it was shot in like 4K, 24p, blah 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 blah. I really don't know the difference. I mean, I know it looks different, but yeah. And then I ran into some guy who I met a while back in Japan. He was there with his people doing his thing. It was dope. I used a wireless headphone or wireless mics to connect to my beat machine, drum machine. And then I had everything routed into a kind of field recorder, breakout box or whatever. So now everything's separated. Like that was a test. Is it difficult to find thick booty Japanese chicks? Um, yes and no. I guess the no part would be, or I guess the yes part would be, it's kind of cold out here, so you're not gonna see them. You know, it's not like the states. In the states, you really can't hide your body. You know, it's just you can see what you see. In Japan, in my opinion, but you know, I've been here 11 years, but in my opinion, they tend to be smaller, so you couldn't really see anything if you're wearing coats or whatever. So yeah, that's the no part. The yes part, of course, you know, you just gotta be where they be. I don't know. If you go to the club, you might see them. You go to a strip club, they got them out here. Instagram, go on Instagram, but Instagram is like Instagram everywhere. You know, you just not. It's hit or miss. Sometimes I'd be reaching out to people on Instagram and they hit me back. I'm supposed to meet up with someone on the 31st. He's like, hey, what's up? She's like, yeah, let's do it. But yeah. So I'm still thinking what to put on this channel. It's pretty cold out right now. So interview styles. The thing with the interviews, right? I'm not really an interview type. I mean, I can do it, and I do it, and I have done it, but it's not the thing that I do. You know, I mean, I could write out scripts. That's something new. To like write out like Johnny Carson style, or who's an updated version of that? Larry King. You can see I don't watch TV, but what's his name? Ellen. Or Steve Harvey. I think he got fired or he left his show, but that's one idea to be like a Steve Harvey of Japan. But I'm not like Steve. I'm me, you know. So I just wanted to run this. We'll just put it out there in the world. So I was thinking of doing a Kickstarter because the setup that I want to have is like wireless mics, little wireless headphone, the breakout box. That's all I really wanted, just a breakout box, wireless microphones, so I could be mobile, you know, just walk around the street. So I was thinking I could do a Kickstarter, and then I could get the money and I could buy it. But then I just couldn't do it. I was just like, you know what? Because when I went to business school, I learned the expression or the term OPP, other people's money, OPM, other people's money. And it was just a concept that blew my mind. People are going to pay, people are going to give you money. People are going to give me money for my idea, and they don't want anything in return except like th- their name on the little script or a little shout out. Blew my mind because where I'm from, people don't be giving you money. Like there's there's restrict there's 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 conditions. I give you money, I expect da 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 da. So I was playing with it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sleep on it, and in the morning I'm just gonna put it out there and see what happens. I woke up in the morning. I was like, I just can't do it. If I want new equipment, I need to figure out how to get that equipment myself. So then the next thing I was like, you know what? Let me start selling some of the things I don't use or don't need so much anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'll sell my drone. I love my drone. I really don't want to sell my drone because summer will come back and I want to fly it, but I really do want to get this kind of mixer. It's like a field recorder. It has 8 inputs. So I could plug in a microphone, I could plug in the beat machines, I could plug everything in, and it's all going to be like live. I could use it at my live shows. I can use it at this beat competition I'm in because we need something like that to plug all the equipment in and then get that clean audio from the event so we can put it on the website. And then doing my outside lives. So it has multiple uses. I could even like rent it to other musicians, because when they have their shows, most people are going to be recording from their phones, get that shitty quality. And when you're performing, you really don't have time to be playing with wires. So I could like do that on their behalf for like a small fee. So there's so many possibilities. I just got to get it. So I was like, you know what? I'll sell my drone, and I put it on an auction site, and I posted on Facebook. No one bought it yet, so it kind of sucks. But it's still early, and I'm willing to negotiate. You remember Google Glasses? I don't know if they still exist. This is when Google, I don't know how it worked exactly, but if I'm wearing glasses and I can see the scripts in the eyes, I wouldn't have to do this. But yeah. Another idea I had to raise money for this stuff was just to sell my music and shit. But the thing is, I don't want to, that's not my thing, you know? I just, in a perfect world, it just appears, but it's not a perfect world. It's, just this world. What flavor cup noodle? I heard Japan got all kinds. They do. This is the basic as, the basic one. There's nothing. But the one, I guess, the one with the shrimps, eggs, and chicken or meat. But the normal one, the red, I think it's red everywhere. Yeah. So I'm really tired, right? Yesterday, Friday, on Saturday, I had a workshop, beat making workshop. So on Friday, I was preparing for it. Well, all week I was preparing for it. But on Friday, I just was trying to get it all like into just get it right. So I started doing this around, I got home around 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. And I just kept doing it until 5 a.m. And then I took a long shower. I fell asleep in the shower, just like, but it wasn't like sleep. Then I went to work, and then I went to the workshop. And the workshop was great. There were supposed to be 3 people, but only 2 people showed up, and then my friend came. And it was just great. We ran out of time. 3-hour workshop. So I'm gonna do more of those. I lost $15 because to rent the studio was $60, $70, tax and all that. 3 people came, $15 per person, 45, and then I had to cover the rest. But that's me. I don't mind covering the rest because that's what I want to do. But I need to figure out how to make these things balance. You might say charge them more, but that's I don't know, man. I'm just wired this way. I can't do it for free because we got to rent the space, and I wouldn't do it for free because it is my time I'm doing this. But I don't want it to be so cost prohibitive. Like pay $50 because it's me teaching. Man, I just want to just teach. So yeah, so I didn't sleep, and then the next day well, I guess this is the next day. Wait. Friday I didn't sleep. Then I had the workshop on Saturday. Then I finished. Then I had a work meeting with my people about stuff. Then I came home, went to sleep, had to wake up around 6 a.m. to get ready to go to work. Then I was working all day, and then I finished work and I went to YouTube Space to work on my beat making tutorial videos. If the if this sounds weird, because I'm just responding to the comments, so it's kind of jumping around. All right. How much is a typical date night in Japan? Plus, any advice where to go and what to do? I'm probably the worst person to ask about this because I don't do it now. But I used to take my dates to McDonald's. So McDonald's is about $7, and they would pay for themselves. He said, "Why would you do that?" Because people are out to get you, man. Take someone to a nice fancy restaurant, especially now. I don't know how old you are, but it's different now. People, and this is men and women. But let me not get off on a tangent. So, where to go on a date? Go somewhere reasonable. Don't be like trying to spend all this type of money, especially if you don't know them. No. All right, you're 40. All right, well, I'm 38, man. So do it how we used to do it, Wonder Years style, man. Wonder Years. But it depends, man. But I can say this: even though you'll be in a different country, you'll be in Japan, and the culture is different, and blah 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 blah. Girls are girls, women are women, and I say it like that. You date someone who's young and acts like a little girl, you got those issues, and if you date a woman or a mature lady, you got those issues, or I won't say issues, but those circumstances. So it's almost 1 to 1, and a lot of the other shit because you could be dating someone who dated a whole lot of foreigners, a lot of people. So they're Japanese, yes, but if they dated enough foreigners, their minds are different, and they'll know shit that you wouldn't expect. Winnie Cooper, man, or update it, get you a Topanga. But yeah, so I would say again, I'm not the right person to ask. Currently, I'm single, just doing my thing. But if you can, just forget that they're Japanese. They're people. They're women. And I know there's a lot of YouTube people or whatever who will tell you this, that, and the third, but just come out here with just the freshest mind, clean slate, just trial and error, man. Have fun with it. This is great. In all the years I've been doing YouTube videos, I'm not doing YouTube videos right now. I'm still beta testing. So that's why I'm still thinking what I can do consistently that is interesting for me and for people. But in all the years I've been doing this, I have never did this eating as I'm talking. That is weird. But I'm trying to kill a couple. The reason I'm streaming this is so I can upload it as soon as it's done. Bam. The reason I'm eating while we talk because this room is cold. I need to get little space heaters. And if I if I do this after I eat, I'm just going to bed. Like that's what I was thinking the whole time. I'm walking back home. Like, all right, it's 10 o'clock. I can get home. I could probably get in bed before 11. Cause that's what I want to do. I want to sleep, go to bed. I like sleeping, man. I really do. Especially when you did a full day work or something. Like, nothing beats. I ever spent a night in a manga cafe? If so, was it comfortable? Did you get enough rest? I did. Well, all right. I mean, you're asking, so I'm gonna put it like this: you get what you pay for. A manga cafe will probably run you, depending, 4 hours, maybe a night pack 6 hours. You're gonna pay what 2,000, like $20. Plus, you gotta get the memberships fee for the first one. That's maybe $5. So about $25. Depending how tall you are or what your situation is. I'm not that tall, but I can't really stretch out, so I gotta be curled up in a ball. Now, when I was younger and I didn't have money, I mean, I had money, but I was like, I'm trying to save. I used to go to Osaka and have these shows, and I didn't want to rent a hotel because in my mind, I thought that was expensive. So I would sleep at McDonald's, just get my suitcase and just sleep in the booth, or go to the manga cafe and sleep in there. And I would feel cool because I'm saving money. Look at me, I'm saving money. But no, I didn't get enough rest because later on I would and I would suggest do Airbnb. They have them here. You'll pay around the same price, plus or minus, and you'll sleep in an actual bed or a futon or some shit. You have more space. There might be a bathroom. There's bathrooms in the manga cafes, but you'll have like a, well, but the thing is, if you sleep well, like I mean, a hotel is probably run you $40, give or take, and don't do no capsule hotel. I was back home in the States, and like, oh, everyone sleeps in a cap. No, they don't. They might show that on TV, but it's not your. No one is. Oh shit! I missed the last train. I gotta go sleep in a capsule hotel because you sleep in a regular hotel because it's comfortable. And so yeah, I you could do the manga cafe, but I would really suggest you sleep in a real bed and you actually sleep, and you'll feel much better. And then you could, cause crushed up. I once slept in the train station because Japan is so safe. You can do that, and it was warm. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't trying to buy anything. I'm just gonna sleep right here. I just posted up. You can do that, but I mean, it's an experience. Do it once. When I went home, I slept in the airport. So right now, I'm planning my trip to Germany. So I'm kind of in the same boat as you. 2 months in May, I'll go to Germany. So it's like I can save money, but since you got a month in advance, you can actually plan it out. Like if you start renting a whole, like booking hotels shit now, it'd be pretty cheap. So if you plan everything, like I'm not, I don't know how useful I'll be, but there's a bunch of information out there. But um, yeah, don't. Again, you asked for my advice, and I'm just giving it. Don't make it about the cost. Like I went to Hong Kong like a year and a half ago, and I was able to do business class because I had a bunch of points from flying back and forth to Japan and the States. So I flew business class. It was like first class, and everything was just so smooth. It's like it's just if I could afford to fly first class every time I did stuff for business class, I would because it just saves you so much headache. So, so when you come to Japan, there's a trade-off, whatever. YSR. The hell's YSR? SR. SR. Why sound recorded? Why super right? Why I don't know what SR is. I'm not leaving Japan. Um, I'm not leaving. Oh, let me. I'm not leaving Japan anytime soon. The Olympics, I really don't want to be anywhere near that. Because just what a couple months ago we had the rugby game. It's just crazy, bunch of crazy people doing crazy things and a bunch of tourists. That's how you know I've been here that long because I'll be looking at tourists and be like, oh my gosh, tourists, they're so. But I was a tourist, but I know where I need to go, and I'm like walking, and I'll like stop and looking at their maps, and it's like, oh, I'm so lost. And it's like, come on, man, tourists. That's so I don't want to be anywhere near Tokyo, but I'll still be working. It's not like I'm just not doing anything, so should be okay. Will I vlog when I'm in Germany? So the plan is, right, to get this system, this mobile system, so I could be anywhere doing anything, streaming, recording, have that nice sound, but in truth, like a wireless hands-free system, so I could just be like semi-normal. My plan is to use a 360 camera, so you can always see what you want to see, and I can just be like with my map because now I'm a tourist. But I was saying, like um, um, uh, I need to buy it, and I guess that's what I started with. No one answered it, but if I did a Kickstarter, how would that work? Like, is it what? I know my channel is not like other people's channels because you see them all the time. Like, oh yeah, I'm so and so, and I'm doing a Kickstarter, and then they get like $1 billion because they're so and so. I'm not a so and so. I'm just some random guy. Actually, I was talking to someone yesterday, and they're like telling me how someone was saying how they look up to me. Oh, I don't know. Are we still doing it? It looks like my feed is gone. Let's see what happens. All right. Well, my feed is gone, but yeah, I can see me. I don't know if I'm here or there. If I'm, I guess it'll stop there when it stops, but it stopped here, so I don't know why. But yeah. Black Diamond, Mees, and Gary Rodriguez. I'm so bad with names, but Gary, what's up? Yeah, you should definitely train passes, whatever little discounts or things you can get before you get in the country. Pretty good, decent, because you can't get them in the country. Train passes are pretty cool. You can get on, get off the trains, and all that. I can't because I live here. It might cost a little money up front, but again, don't don't let money be the don't let money be the factor. Do you want to enjoy yourself? That's the thing. Nah, this is Apple T. This vlog. I don't like the word vlog. It is what I'm doing, but I don't like the word. But this was brought to you by Apple Tea, Lipton iced tea. Indigo. Well, the thing is, it doesn't really matter the platform. I'm still going to be asking, because here's the thing, right? If you watched my videos for a while, you kind of know me. You may come to be like, yo, Robin, that's my dude, though we never met. If you never watched me, so this won't work for people who don't know me. I mean, I could try to sell the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna get this wireless system so I could make the videos on the street and interact with the people, and then make music, and then like my reasoning is pretty sound, but I don't think that's enough to convince someone who's never watched a video of mine. Like, and that's usually what happens when I'm talking to people about my next idea. Like, they hit me with a, well, they might not say, they might be polite, but clearly they don't see the madness of what I want. Like, when I have perfect sound that's going to be recorded to some like box. Let's just say this is a recording, right? It records out into this box. Boom. Now I have the option to go back in there. Say I said something interesting of value. I could copy it up. Pop, 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 pop. In this setting, it's not that important, but I could run the music in so I could be all like, pew, and then the music will play and be like, da 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 da. And I could be my own little mixer guy. This is more for the music side, but the applications are just. You see, I'm getting excited as I'm talking about it because I'm just thinking da 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 da. But just telling a few people, music people about this idea, they're like, I don't get it. What the? What? what don't you get? And then I just lose them as I start going into details. When they see it, and when they see it, when like like these breakout boxes, these little things, they record all the channels to their own separate channel, right? Then they sum it up and make a stereo channel, and then they can make a backup of. They just do so. They do one thing, but they do it really well. And they're light, they're battery powered, but you could plug it in. They basically can last 30 hours. I mean, you need batteries, but it can record straight for 30 hours. So again, just think of, let me stop. So that's what I want. It costs about $1,000. Thousand. I bet someone's like, I'll just buy that for you, man. Don't worry about it. I dropped the price. I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You said 1,000? Yeah, it costs 1,000. Because again, it does what it does really well. And I'll get it eventually, but if I had it now, I could start beta testing it for whatever. So at the YouTube space where I went today, they have theirs has 4 channels. Well, actually, theirs is like it's a bigger one. You have to plug it into the wall. It's pretty big. But I was just messing around with that just to check it out, and it's dope because I did this thing where I was recording, making a beat, and then I sent the audio out into the camera, and then I had again going to the box, and then I had the wireless plugged into that, and then when we played it back, it was cool. It was doing its thing, cha 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 cha, but then the audio is like when I when I put the bass, like, and the audio started distorting in the camera. Yo, that's new. I see something green up there. What is that? What is that green thing? Black dot. What? That's amazing. Thank you, Black Diamond. Wow. Okay. I gotta look into that. All right. That. Wow. 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 Yeah. That's one way to. Super chat to support. I don't even know what that is. Yo, of all my friends. All right, all right, all right. You inspired me. Let me go out. Yeah. All right, I still want to send you some Oreo cookies. You look amazing as well. Well, one thing about, well, I'm not, I'm speechless. Speechless, 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 speechless. All right, let me pull this all back in there. Okay, what gear are you using? Okay, you make beats. Of course I make beats. Y'all been watching this for 3 years. All right, Black Diamond, I will send you a message probably tomorrow because when I finish this, I'm going straight to bed. Like, bam, I'm going right to bed. All right, make beats. Yeah, I make beats. I use the machine, although I haven't used it in a year or 6 months because I bought the MPC Live, and then that was my thing, and then I tried to use the machine. So I had a workshop the other day, and I brought the machine, I brought the MPC and the push, but I haven't used the push in like a year. But once you learn it, it's still in your reflex. Prefecture, stand. Again, the price. I would say stay in Tokyo because that's where. Well, it depends what you want to see. I came to Japan to see like Tokyo shit, so I was gonna be right in Japan, Tokyo. Um, I think it's different from when I first came out there. So there's more sensible accommodations for foreigners, tourists, short stay. Um, but it's really up to what you need a budget. I would say work out what you need. You need food. You want to go to some clubs. You want to do X, Y, and this, and then get that price and multiply it by if it's a weekly thing or if it's a monthly thing. Figure out what that price is. Bam, you got your price, and then see how much money you could feasibly get. Now, shit happens. You say I'm going to save about $8 billion, and then you come out here with $2. But at least you know that this is what you need, and that $2 is not going to cut it, and you're probably not going to enjoy. Because I'm speaking. You asked a question. You're asking questions, so I'm gonna just. When I first came out here for school, I used the money that was school, so they give you money, aid, and all that. So I used that money to buy a laptop, a new Mac. So I had no money, but I had a brand new Mac. And I told myself it's okay because I didn't come out here to do shit. I came out here to make beats and record, and that's the first couple of days. That's what I did. But then, all my classmates at the time are all like, "Oh, we're gonna go skiing and we're going on an island. You want to come?" Like I can't. It's easy to when at the beginning because you don't know them like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know you, so nah, I'm good. But then there was this one girl, and I even looked her up on Facebook a couple of months ago. I was stalking her to see who she was, whatever. She's in New York now, and she would always say to me, I came when I was a senior of college, and they were mostly first year student, freshmen and sophomores. So there's an age gap. And, I'm me, so I'm just. And she, you're so cool. I was just a little bit more mature than the boys of the guy. So, are you gonna come with us? Are you gonna enjoy it? Like I can't. So now I was like, I really want to, but I can't because I have no money. I didn't want to say that though. So finally, they went out to the club. And it was like $40 to go to this club, and I only had like $50 in my pocket. And I spent that $40 to go to the club, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and that set me on a whole new path. My music changed. Yeah. So, well, long story short, get the money situation right because you don't want to not do something because you don't got the money. So get some part-time jobs or I don't know. Super chat, beach scene. Um, the beat scene in Japan is beat. Like so maybe in other places, other countries, at least in Pennsylvania, there's like a central. This is the spot you got to go to, kind of like 8 Mile. That place, that's where everyone's gonna be. You gotta. Da-da-da-da. In Japan, in my opinion, from what I've seen, is there's a lot of pockets. I just seen Flash, Crisis on Infinite Worlds. So I don't know if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, the reference is whatever. But there's different cities. In theory, they're all part of the same multiverse, but they're separate, doing the same thing but separate. So it's kind of like that. There's a lot of, and this is all scenes. This is the hip hop scene, the art, the creative scene, the foreigner scene, the military scene. Every scene has their own space, and you may not ever collide with it. You could be parallel, like you could be in a building with 5 floors, and on the first floor is this, and on the second floor is that, and so on. And you always go in there and you come on the first floor. You have no reason to go to the second floor. So you miss everything that's happened at the top. And you could do that for years until one person or some fate is like, hey, and you look up there and there's your friend on the top floor. He's like, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm at this thing. Like, I didn't know. Like this happened to me. I'm not making this up. I was at a concert. Dr. Octagon. He has many names, but that's one of them. So I went there to see him. That's why I went. And it was a flat club. So there's no first or second floor. just rooms. So I'm in the big room, the main room, and I'm in there doing my two steps and all that. And then I met this Japanese woman, and she said she's a promoter, and I was just trying to get her to get me a gig. I'm like, come on, let me rap to you, let me rap to you. I was really going in, you know. And so I did that all night. We danced, and she's like, I don't know, and then we left. And then the guy that I came with, we went there to see this dude. He's like, yo, did you see the concert? I was like, nah, he never came out to the main room. He's like, nah, because he was in the other room. It's like, how would I know this? Because she didn't know this. She was talking to me. And he didn't come and get me. So Japan is like that. You gotta know what you know. Yeah, you gotta know what you know. You gotta know what you know. What's up? Traveling Jasmine. All right, Oreos. They got Oreos in Japan, but they don't got double stuff. Well, they do. You could find it, but it's not here. The military, like Yokosuka, Zama, Matsugi, Fusa, and so on. You can get all that stuff there. It doesn't taste the same. It has a different taste, but it's there. But it's not Walmart. Like every time I go home, I literally get a stomach ache because I just eat. Like this is how it works. I get off the plane, boom. I'm in New York or Philly or wherever I get off, and I buy Twizzlers, the expensive airport brand type Twizzlers. It's like $5, and I just start munching. I finish them and before I even get to the bus. So I'm just then I eat pizza, Shabarios. That's usually when I get there. Then I get So now I'm at the airport. Then I get on the bus. I get home. My mom has Oreo cookies for me, just waiting, and a box of cereal. I don't eat cereal, Frosted Flakes. I used to eat them all the time, but now that I'm older, I don't eat them because it's too much sugar, and I already eat a ton of sugar already. But I don't tell her because it was my favorite, and she's my mom, but I didn't eat it. And then for the time I'm home, I'm just eating every snack food that I haven't had in a minute. And then my stomach's just all like, and it gets to the point where my stomach's all like, man, you fucked up now. And then for a couple of days, I'm out of commission, and then repeat. And then by the time I leave, I'm like, should I buy this pack of Oreo cookies or Twizzlers? And I'm like, nah, I ate my weight in it. So it's cool. But we can get almost any food now, and then Amazon does ship out here. They don't ship everything, but they are shipping these days. Traveling Jasmine. If you live so close to me, Traveling Jasmine, let's have coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink, but I don't know. What's because 2020, I'm trying to meet more people. Just right, like today, I was going to work, and there was this woman dressed like an elf, Peter Pan, right? And you're saying, did you take a picture or a video? I was going to. I had my camera ready, but she was singing and she could actually sing. And I wanted to not distract her. So then she stopped singing. I'm like, hey. And she's like, do you speak Japanese? I said, a little. She said, I'm singing for well, just the conversation. Now, if I had my system, this would be real time happening. But anyway, she said, I'm singing for the students who are taking the test in Japan to cheer them up. She's cheering them. Now, there's no students there. It was like 7 in the morning as I'm going to work. So there's no one there. She's just cheering herself. She's cheering the air. Maybe her vibes will stay there. But she could sing. So I go over her and I'm just like, yeah, you have a nice voice. She's like, yeah, I used to be an English teacher back in the day. She didn't say back in the day, but she said I used. And she just had this beautiful spirit about her. She's like, she doesn't get paid. It's cold as hell outside, and there's no one near. She's not singing to an audience, and she's just like doing it out of the, the love. So my mind's like, yeah, we need to connect on some levels. I'm like, you gotta You got Instagram. She's a little older than I, so she said, "Nah, we got Facebook." Then she gives me a business card, and then she's like, you want to sing with me?" This is before I even said I'm an artist. I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, and I was like, "I'm an artist. I make beats." Like, "Oh, what? Then let's sing together right now." Like, I gotta go to work, and it's cold, and there's no one here. Maybe we can do it online or some shit. But she got her own little company, and they do stuff. So, but I just want to meet people, meet and talk, even people who don't agree with me, because I used to avoid those people because it's annoying. It's hard. How to say this? It's frustrating when you talk to someone and they don't agree with you. It's better to have your little echo chamber. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. But you don't grow. You don't learn new shit. So that's the plan. So traveling, Jasmine, if you're around the area, let's meet up and have some talk about Totska. Uh, I saw GS 2 months ago when I was down in Kyoto. I went up to Osaka, and then he drove me down to Kyoto. He drove back to the yeah. It was cool, man. Um, yeah, it was cool. Cool, cool, cool. Where you at? I'm making music. All right, we're just going down the road. Let's see here. Machine has a better workflow. It depends where you're coming from. I could make a song faster in MPC on an MPC because the way they use beats, not loops. If you know what I mean, MPC. But on an MPC, I can make more variations of a thing, like da 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 boom 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 boom. So that's easier. Sampling is cool. Though. The things are all different. Like you could do it on a push, different workflow. They all have strengths, weaknesses, and I have all three. So I tend to. At one point, this room had all three of them laid out and wired into each other. I didn't have a mixer then, but when I get this uh, this breakout box, everything could just go in there. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. But I would use each one for their strengths. Yeah. All right, I got plenty of money. Um, I'm just saying, man. So this is what happened, right? I've never met you, but there was a time when I didn't want to spend money because I was going to buy music. Because always I got to save money. I got to buy music, and you can do that. That's where I'm from. That's how we cut corners. We do all this shit. But a few years back, I was dating this woman, and she had a different situation with money, and she really opened my eyes to the situation. She just blew my mind. Like the things that, like this is a simple one, like buying in bulk. I mean, we do that, Sam's Club or those kind of big box discounts, but just buying tickets in advance so you get that discount, buying for the year so you get that 20%. All that adds up, and I was watching her just do her thing, and it's like, wow. Now it's hard for me to do some of those things because I don't have money just sitting around. I'm always trying to do something, but I don't know. I mean, the last I'll say about this, and I mean, email me, then maybe we could talk. I don't know, but you could find almost anything in Japan. You could find a rich lifestyle, and you could find a poor. I won't say poor, but you could find a frugal lifestyle. And when you first come to Japan, I think either is fine. Japan is cool. It's a different country. You'll be so amazed. Oh my gosh! Even though I'm sleeping on the street, it's so clean. Like that will balance it out. If you're here for a longer time, like I'm living, I have two bed. I have room over there, room over here. I got this loft. I got this walk-in closet. It's not a mansion. I'm not like lifestyle of the rich and famous, but of all the places I lived in Japan, I love this. Like in my other setups, I would have to move everything around to do something like this. Like this little light, there's a light up here. It stays there because it's not in the way of anything. Over here, the studio, it just stays there. And in the other room, that's where the heater is. So technically, right now I moved all my shit in there because it's the warm room. But I love this flexibility. I could live in a one room, little hole in the wall, and save tons of money, and I could buy my mixer. But then like um so yeah, that's all I gotta say about that one. Cool Keith, yeah, that's the dude. I could have seen him, and I was too busy trying to get my Mac on. Now, long story short, I did perform. She finally did call me up because someone canceled. Was like, "Yo, can you come perform?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like flying in the wrong direction, so we had to turn around and go back in this way. And I get there, and she said, "I'm gonna give you 50, 5,000, 5,000." I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm gonna get $5,000, and I'm like already spending it in my mind, and I moved the zero over. $500. Oh shit! I'm gonna get 500, and then she hands me the money, and it's $50. That's what it. 5,000 yen equals $50. I thought, okay, okay, okay. We never talked after that. We never talked. Yeah, that happens a lot. I'm always doing something. I kind of forget. Mine's all over the place. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Uh, let's see, music, hip hop, cool keys, SoundCloud. I'm on SoundCloud. I don't post there so often. I guess Instagram is my thing. I just put the music up on Bandcamp. Yeah, and from now, I'm gonna start putting things on Spotify. I'm on Spotify. I don't know how that works though. I'm so I cannot see. Yo, oh, I got it here, but it's a different. Yeah, I need glasses, man. Anyway, but wow, this is. I wasn't supposed to be on so long, so let me just wrap this up. All right, let me see here. We got let's see here. Cool Keith, don't quit. I heard a local rap artist being on tour in Japan or China. Is it easy? Um, if you know people, I'm not a people person. I know people, but I'm not a people person. So I find people, like I was talking about the lady who's just standing out in the street. She has her own company, so we might talk, we might gel. She might put me in a position to perform at her thing. But then there's a lot of like hip hop places that I don't really be going near so often, and they're not really calling me up to perform there. So that's the kind of situation. But it's like anywhere you gotta grind. Like right now, I'm here doing this. I should, if you want to perform at these certain places, you should be grinding over there. So I won't say it's easy, but it's just work. Put the work in, and some results will come. Raisin Bran, my favorite. I tried Raisin Bran once. I didn't like it. I'm eating what is it? It's Grand, not the raisin, but just Grand. What was the hell's Grand. It has no flavor. It tastes bad, but it's healthy, I guess. So I eat it. I was eating it. Thanks. I said in your Facebook. All right, cool. I hardly use my MT Touch. Machine gets a lot of beat and loved my MK though. Yo, honestly, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. If I can do what I need to do, and then get to the point where these companies will send me their gear so I could like, do reviews. Cause I don't want to own everything, but I want to touch every beat machine. Cause I was at the music store yesterday, and there's all these new shiny things, little portable this and portable that, and I just want to touch it and then review it, and then they could send it away if I do love it that much. Like after I bought the MPC Live, I came home, I made my beats, and then for like 2 months, I didn't even look at it. I was just happy to have it. So then I made this rule: I'm gonna carry it everywhere I go because I paid for the portability, so I'm gonna use it even if I don't use it. So my shoulder right here be all like fucked up because Shit's heavy, man. I carry my laptop in that. But even today I was at school and I was telling the lesson was about the five senses, and I was like, yeah, I like to touch my MPC pads because they like this rubber. She's like, what's that? So I'm like, I got it with me, and I pull out this. So I'm like, look, like, can you make a beat? And I'm like, well, they said, can you make some music? Yeah, sure. And I was like, I played the piano, ping, 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 ping. I put the hi hat, and I put the drums in, boom, boom, and then the ding, ding, and then oh, it's a ah. So yeah, that's yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up because I do think that my upstairs neighbors are gonna be all like, because it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm not trying to be that guy, that guy. And this was just a test. It seemed like a good test. I guess I could read what people are saying, and I found that there's a way to do super chats. I gotta research this. That just blows my mind. Blows my mind. All right, and I even made a new friend who lives right down the way. So yeah, this was pretty good. But I still got some stuff to do before bed. I got to well, you don't need to know what I got to do, but I got to do some things before I go to bed. So maybe I ain't gonna hit the 11 o'clock mark. It might be 12 o'clock. Yeah, okay. But let me just finish with the rest of these Japanese Kit Kats. One year I went home and I brought all these Kit Kats for my friends and family, like 8 different Kit Kats. I was just going to random stores and buying everything that's random. And then I was just giving them out to people. And this year I went home, I didn't bring anything. I just brought me. And my friend's mother was like, "Where are them Kit Kats at? Where you didn't bring no candy for us?" I was just like, I didn't know. Even my mom like, "Where's the candy?" So I might start bringing more candy. Be the candy man. All right, save your money to the update your craft. Being black can be a bonus or set you back. Only add message. Good night. That is wow. Even that one's done. All right, my phones are done. Everything's done. But I'm gonna end with that one. Being black can be a bonus or set you back. Only your attitude will set you free. Just put that in there. But it's true, man. Attitude is there's a what is your attitude sets your altitude. There's a whole bunch of that, man. But it's true. Like when I'll just end on that. It's everyone who's listening. Your attitude sets your be positive. But life's not always full of positive. I think that's an issue. You try to make everything. Life isn't always positive. Some shit really does suck. But it's how you deal with it, how you persevere, how you push forward that really. I guess some mathy wisdom. All right. I think that's everything that's been set up on here. Good night. Good night. Take care. Send your message. All right. Thank you so much. Um, this was fun. I didn't eat all of my cup noodle because I was talking and I was all cold and squishy. All right, but yeah. All right, we're gonna end there. Beta test 7 is officially finished. All right, peace. Yeah, my fingers all up in there. Where's that?